Hello everyone, it's Renee with True Path, and I'm here to do a reading and some channeling for you. So let's take a deep breath. Get out of the way so we can allow messages in from Spirit, whatever we need to know in this moment for our highest good only. Only divine love and light are allowed into this space with us. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, what do we need to know for today? I'm hearing bring it on. You're ready. Don't stop. Yeah, I'm getting like a race with a finish line, you know, like a ribbon that goes across the finish line and like crashing through the ribbon. Yeah, and then just celebrating, celebrating at the end. Like, I made it, I did it, I won. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of feels like, why would you stop in the middle of the race? You know, I'm getting like, wouldn't it be kind of silly, or wouldn't make much sense? You've worked so hard for this. It wouldn't make sense to just be like, I'm tired, I'm gonna walk off this course, when that's what you really want, right? There are times when we're like, nope, this isn't for me. I hate running. What am I doing? And so that can be a thing, but I'm getting like, no, you really want this. You worked so hard for it. Like you're like right there at the finish line. You can have that feeling of exhilaration when you bust through that ribbon. Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's do, oh, okay. I hardly ever get called to this deck, but Power of Surrender cards. Let's see what wants to come out. Overall energy. Hope you guys are doing well. All right. Okay. We get surrender to silence in quiet meditation or contemplation. Let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. So, hermit vibes, hanged man vibes. So, allowing yourself time to just sit in silence. This was our message from yesterday. Allowing yourself time and space to be in quiet contemplation, maybe taking some time out for yourself. Surrender to silence. I'm also getting like maybe like shutting off the noise. You know, sometimes we like to just have noise going on in the background, the TV or music or something, which is not a bad thing, but I'm getting like maybe this is something to try. It might feel a bit scary for some of you. Like that's comforting to have that noise in the background. But what if you kind of played with just some silence for a bit? What would that be like? And to feel the fear come up in you, feel the anxiety come up in you. Like, oh, that's interesting that I feel anxious when I don't have that background noise. Why is that a source of security or safety for me? And asking yourself that question might be very healing and revealing for you. Yeah. Okay, and surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Can you be open to receiving support, receiving care? Divine feminine energy here of allowing other people to take care of you. You might always be the one nurturing everyone. Maybe you need a break. Maybe you need a retreat. Maybe it's okay to ask for help from other people. Like, hey, I just need some time to myself. Can you come and watch the kids, or whatever it is? Yeah, or taking some time off of work if that's what you need. I think you might be surprised at how willing people are to offer that help or say yes to your request. They might notice already that you're starting to get a little burnt out, or you're maybe not yourself lately. They can tell that you might need some time or some help. So they're open to it, is what I'm saying. It won't come as a surprise that you're asking. And surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Excuse me. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. So sitting in silence, you might be able to uncover some of that, right? Like turning off the music or the TV or whatever, or social media, and just having some time to yourself. You might realize, wow, I have been holding on to this belief, like I have to do everything, or I'm in this, like, myself, there's no one to help me. Sometimes we just get into those beliefs as almost habits. And so that might help you to uncover those old beliefs that are holding you back. Because once you develop new beliefs, something that's more true, maybe for you now, maybe in the past, those things were true. Like, yep, you did have to do all that by yourself, actually. But maybe now is different. Maybe there are some sources of support around you that you haven't tapped into. Yeah, you're about to realize your own power. Wow. Okay, and I'm being called to a different tarot deck. Oh boy. The good tarot. All right. All right, let's get some clarification. What do you need to know? Okay, with surrender to silence, you get 10 of fire. Yeah, this is about burnout. This is about carrying too much on your shoulders, carrying too much of the load, thinking that maybe you have to do it all yourself. This is just like having way too many things going on. What can I let go of? You know, you might think, well, I can't just leave work, or I can't just take a break. There's so much that needs to be done. But maybe rethinking that belief, right? I know it's hard when you leave something and then you come back and it's like twice the work because you have to catch up and things like that. But is there another way to think about that? You're allowed to have a break. You're allowed to rest. Okay, the 10 of Wands is also about being at the finish line, by the way. Back to my channeling there. In the original tarot, he's like so close to home. He's got all his wands and he's like looking down and being very like tired, and doesn't even realize that he's almost there. Just a few more steps and he's there. He's worked so hard to harvest all these wands and he's just beat, you know, but his house is like right there and he gets to bring home this big harvest. Okay, so this is another message of you're almost there. 10 is the end of a cycle, beginning of a new one. Okay, and surrender to receiving support and love. 3 of Earth. Yes, teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. So asking for help. Yeah, people are willing to help you. People are willing to support you. Yeah, they love you. They love what you're doing. They see that you need a break. They're willing to take on some of the tasks. You know, like the guy carrying all the wands home, he can be like, hey, Joe, can you come over here and take some of these wands? Sure, no problem. It's that kind of vibe. And surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, 5 of water. So there might be some sadness that comes up when you have a deeper look at the beliefs that you've been carrying around, maybe for a very long time, since you were little. For some of you, like, I have to do this by myself, I'm alone, or I can't count on other people. Yeah, it brings up sadness about that, because that could have been very true. But I want you to maybe just have another look around. Maybe there is a different situation now. Maybe that's not fully true anymore. So there are some things that you need to release, some sadness that you might need to feel, some grief that you might need to feel. Also, grieving for yourself in terms of having to have done this all by yourself, having to have worked so hard. Okay, so let's get some more here. Broken nail. Who knew shuffling tarot cards was so dangerous? Okay. All right, with 10 of fire, you get messenger of water. So, yes, messages of love, support, care. I'm also getting like caring about yourself. This is a labor of love, I want to say. This is a labor of love. And that's what I was getting at the beginning, is like this is important to you. It feels really important to you. So not giving up, one, but also making sure that you're taking care of yourself, taking time out if you need it. Okay, and with 3 of earth, you get Queen of Fire. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm getting like getting revitalized, getting charged up, fired up because of a break that you have. And realizing, wow, there are people around me that really care about me. Okay, I'm also getting, there's someone, maybe a fire sign energy around you that is so hyped about helping you out. She's like, she or he is like, oh, I got you. I will take care of everything. It's a very like take charge kind of energy. Like, don't you worry about a thing. I got it all taken care of. You just go rest and relax. Yeah, beautiful. This person has a big personality, very much has a character of taking charge. Yeah, but very kind-hearted, beautiful heart. Yeah. Okay, and with 5 of water, you get the Tower. Wow. So this has been a long time coming, is what I want to say. Yeah. So getting rid of outdated beliefs about yourself, this is a healing process for you. The Tower is about breaking down these old foundations so that you can rebuild from a solid foundation now, a different foundation. Your beliefs from the past were helpful for you then, but they're no longer helpful for you. So it's time to let those go so that you can rebuild this new foundation. And you're going to discover that. You're going to discover that, oh, I can have another look at this and look at what I've accomplished. Look at how far I've come. Look at the supports around me. Like, wait, things are way different than when I was young. way different. I'm different. I can have different beliefs about myself now. So you're rebuilding your foundation. Ah, I love that. Beautiful. Okay, I do want to do Wild Unknown, Animal Spirit, for some more info for you. I love this message. So it's a reminder that you're almost there. You might need a break, and just developing some new beliefs about yourself and about your circumstances. Okay. More information, please. Wolf. Okay. So wolf is two messages. One is lone wolf, doing it yourself, having to do everything yourself, being on your own. It could be about like taking some time out, hermit energy, right? But also, wolf is like the leader of a pack, right? It's family energy here as well. So looking around you, maybe you have family members, but maybe it's just like people like this, like this Queen of Wands, who will step in and just act like family for you, providing so much love and support and care. Developing a new family for some of you, finding your new tribe, your new pack. Okay, and frog. Okay, so this is 5 of water energy. This is emotional release and cleansing, releasing anything that doesn't fit for you anymore. It could be certain people, situations, but also beliefs. I don't need to believe this anymore. And there's some sadness, there's some like emotional purging that happens when you realize that. When you realize, oh my gosh, I don't need to believe that about myself anymore. It's actually not even true. Like this huge revelation. And so doing some cleansing of that, crying if you need to, emotional release. It's really beautiful. It can be painful to feel that, but it's really beautiful and healing. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm being called to Priestess of Light Oracle. All right. Okay. Final message. Final advice for you. What do you need to know? Brilliant beliefs, luminous life force, personal power. 45 is it's the end of a cycle. Holy, that is one powerful card. See this beautiful light here, that's like life force energy. And so brilliant beliefs, having new beliefs about yourself. Oh, how brilliant you are, how amazing you are, how resourceful you are, how much you've accomplished. Yeah, having these realizations about that. Okay, I really want to read this to you. 45. Okay. It says, 2 snow leopards accompany the priestess of the galactic sky as she emerges from the night with a luminous ball of ethereal light. This priestess is telling you that, like her, you can project a brilliant life force energy out into the world. Her heart center shines with the light of her divine origins. The glow of her true identity encircles her head and emanates brightly from her brow and crown chakras. Yet she is no more powerful than you, for you have come from the same luminous source. So few people are taught to believe this truth about themselves. They believe that they are not enough, not deserving, or not capable of making their dreams come true. But these conclusions project a dark energy that brings unhappiness and blocks goals and desires from manifesting. This card is asking you to embrace your luminosity and remember your oneness with Source. It is this oneness that forges your truth and helps you heal your old hurts and misinformed beliefs. Oh my gosh. Even if lies about your lack of power and value have been with you for a long time, it's never too late to awaken to your truth and let yourself shine. This is a time of renewed energy for you, and the snow leopards are signaling that you have the personal power to overcome your inner demons. In fact, you are now capable of making giant leaps in reversing these toxic mental patterns. When you do, your brilliant new beliefs will manifest a wonderful new reality, one that will match the resonance of your own luminous life force. Dang. Okay, the affirmation is, I choose to believe in my unlimited power, value, and deserving. My life force shines with the light of my divine source. My goodness. New beliefs about yourself, shedding those old toxic beliefs that you were taught or that you picked up along the way. You don't need those anymore. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again next time.